Hello everyone, this is Kiki from Metal and High Heels, and I am talking to Mark Jansen from Epica. This is very, very exciting. How are you tonight, Mark?
I'm very fine, thank you.
That's great. Good to hear. Are you excited for the release of the
Yeah, I
holographic
cannot
music?
wait. We've worked so hard on this album, so that finally gets almost released. Now it's just going to be 3 weeks from now, so finally it's going to happen. I'm really excited. Yeah,
I know, we're all counting the days too. I have had the pleasure of listening to it already, and I'm a big fan.
lucky bastard.
Yes. Of course, I'm biased because it is my favorite band, so.
Thank you. So
All
what
right.
what do you think of it?
Excuse me?
So what do you think of it?
It's really good. It's very emotional. It's like charged with emotion, and it has a very cinematic opener.
Yeah.
But I will ask you a couple of things about that later. I just saw that you released today Edge of the Blade, the music video.
Yes.
And it was also very beautiful. Tell us a little bit more about the production,
Of Edge of the Blade or the video or
the
the
video.
general album?
The video?
Yes, we recorded it with Jens. It's a friend of us. He also comes often on tour to make little documentaries. And so we know him already for quite some years now, and he's always delivering good work. So we decided to give him also the video, and he is he's very passionate. He works hard on things, and he has a good vision. So I'm happy that we worked with him. Also, he lives not too far away. We could record the video in Belgium,
Uh-huh.
and we could also use in that video some new prototypes of lights, these pyramids that you can see in the video, and that is something we want to bring on tour with us because these pyramids didn't exist before yet. It's something completely new, and
Wow.
we're really excited because it has some holographic theme to have these pyramids with us. So also the light show will become very special.
Cool, that's really cool. I'm excited to see that live.
Yeah, so do we.
Before that, you also released a lyric video and some playthroughs. Was that maybe a special request from the fans to learn your songs?
Yes, that fans really liked it a lot to play along with our songs, and when they see a playthrough video, it's of course way more easy because then you can see exactly what's going on, and you get also some advice and some tips how to play it. And other fans always ask for scores to put them online, but I think a playthrough video is much more nice than simply a score.
Yeah, that's true. It was really cool to see Isaac mostly explain everything so patiently. It was really cool.
Yeah, and it's really not an easy song. So if fans are looking for a challenge, then I would suggest them to start with this track.
Yeah, that's a big challenge. Sure.
Definitely.
Cool. So you updated your logo a little bit with this snake and that's also a part of the Universal Death Squad of the lyrics, the snake devouring its tail. What's the meaning behind that?
Yeah, it's the Ouroboros sign. It's an old sign from ancient cultures. It means many things, and it can also mean positive things. It can also mean something negative, like if you eat yourself, then it's obviously not a good thing. But the Ouroboros comes back in the lyric of the Universal Death Squad, and Universal Death Squad is meaning the meaning behind the lyric is if you release computerized robots who are having the self-determination to kill, you will shoot eventually in your own foot because this can never be have a good outcome. So that is we use that Ouroboros sign, that the snake devouring its own tail in this way. But it can also, like I said, be a positive thing it creates a circle, an eternal circle, and
A cycle
so
that's complete. Uh-huh.
yes, yes, and so we want to use the logo itself also in the positive way, because we always have the yin and yang in our music. So not only the negativity, but also positive, and that in balance.
Yeah, and your lyrics are also known for this kind of philosophical, spiritual nature, and also some social critique. Which topics did you deal with on this album specifically?
Yeah, there's this one clear topic. It's the song "Divide and Conquer," dealing about the conflicts in the Middle East. And, we often get to see in the Western media shows and writes that how great it is that we are bringing democracy in these terrible countries. But the truth is that we are not bringing democracy. We are bringing there a lot of chaos, and this chaos that first of all gets created, then there is chaos, and then the West steps in as the saviors to bring the democracy. But behind the scenes, there's big corporations who want to benefit from these situations and want to sign big money deals, and that is the real reason why we are bringing democracy there, is just to overthrow governments and install new ones that are Western-minded. And we wanted to show that side of the coin as well. It's something that you don't hear that often in the Western media, but it's definitely what is going on there. And I think even if it would be purely dealing about democracy, every part of the world has an own way of living, and we in the West have a tendency to think that everything the way we do is the best way, which is definitely not the case, of course.
Yeah, sure. So do these topics that you express through your music, or that you also discuss through your music, do they also come up in your daily life? Are you, I don't know, an environmentalist, a political activist?
No, I'm just, I definitely love to be surrounded by nature. I would love to see that we would be more careful with nature, but I'm not an activist. I just try to put my little contribution to make the world a better place, and there's where it stops. I'm not the kind of activist that says everybody who doesn't treat nature well should go to prison and is a criminal. I don't see the use of activism like that, because it doesn't make that much of a difference, I think, anyway. And so I just try to contribute in my own way, and due to lyrics, make people think, and everybody has their own responsibility in trying to get as balanced with everybody and everything around us. So everybody has to look. Everything what you don't like around you, first you have to start within yourself and change it there before you go out and shout to everybody else what they have to do differently.
That's what Gandhi said, right?
Yeah, and I think after all that is how the universe works.
Yeah.
The more you complain about things around you, the more frustrated you get, and things won't get solved that way anyway.
That's true. Let's go to the songwriting and the composing for a moment. Do you, when you're just starting to compose, or when a new album is starting to take shape, do you set I don't know, specific goals? I mean, it's probably always like let's make a better one than the last, but do you set I don't know, like this one will be more symphonic or catchier or vocally in this or that direction? How do you start to the concept, so to speak?
Yeah, we were aware that this would be an extremely difficult task to beat the quantum enigmas. That one was received very well, and I hear a cat.
Yeah, she just finished eating.
I have two cats too, so I was the first time I was a bit wondering if it was mine or, but doesn't sound like one of mine. But where I was? Oh yeah, that it would be a very difficult task to beat the quantum enigma. But we were sitting together and we had a few things in mind where we could make things a little bit better. First of all, we were rehearsing even more as a team on each other's tracks to work on the final details to bring the songs to the next level. Second of all, we recorded all the instruments of the orchestra live, and where in the past we used also quite some samples. This time everything has been recorded with real people and real instruments, and I think the sound really benefits from that. And third of all, we put more attention to the vocal lines and grunts to make them fit even more to the music. Because sometimes you have these groove parts, and now the vocals are even more integrated, fitting like a puzzle with the music. Even the last percentages more integrated than ever before. And I think these three things we focused on, and that's all we can do. And then it's up to the people to decide which album in our history is the best one. And in fact, it even doesn't matter what album is the best. We just try to make a great album, and when we are extremely happy with it, usually the people are also, most fans are also happy with it, and that's what matters after all. Everybody can have its own favorite, and as long as most fans are extremely happy with this one, we are happy too.
Cool. So, how do you get better? Do you take lessons? Are you an autodidact?
Yeah, definitely. I even after all those years, I take sometimes lessons from new guys that are better guitar players than me, and from everybody you can learn new things. And for example, I took one lesson from a guy from the Netherlands recently. He was showing me that I was using my little finger on my right hand too much to mute the strings instead of using it also to play a melody faster.
Okay.
That was something I was never aware of, and then such a little thing can already make a big difference.
Yeah.
And, even after using my little finger like that for already my entire life, this guy said if you sometimes put it back, you have much more control over your riffing and your melodies. And it was true. And now I'm rehearsing all the new tracks with this new technique, and I'm really benefiting from it. And so I can tell everybody you never stop learning. It's a continuous process, and
That's true.
Yeah.
That's also very important.
Definitely, because there's always new things to learn, and especially also on this new album, these parts are quite challenging to play, and it took me also much longer to start to rehearse them, to play, to be ready for the live shows, and I started much earlier also by rehearsing these tracks standing instead of playing them only while seated. That makes also a huge difference. And also start way earlier by singing along together while playing, because in the studio you can do everything separately, and live you have to do it all together. And so I started already 2 months ago by singing and playing together, and so now I feel very relaxed and
practicing for tours, huh?
Yeah, so I'm ready for the show, and the last couple of weeks I will use just for the last details.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, so you can relax a little bit before hitting the road. That's very
Yes,
important
because in
too.
the past I sometimes started a bit too late, and then you are the last 2 weeks before the release show, you start stressing out like crazy. And I thought, let's not make that happen again.
Yeah, that's also good advice. That's very good.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
always take
was,
time.
yeah, exactly. I was checking out the all the goodies that you are releasing with the holographic principle, and I discovered the amazing leggings. And so I wanted to ask you about that, but not exactly about that. Do you yourself wear a lot of band shirts, hoodies?
I thought you were going to ask if I was wearing the leggings myself.
Will you?
Oh no, these I won't wear no. But I thought you were going to ask that. No, but shirts, yes, sometimes I wear shirts. Never on stage. I never wear the Epica shirt on stage, but yeah, when I'm going around, I sometimes grasp a shirt that I like myself and wear it, yes.
And from other bands too?
Not that often, but I have some shirts that I like. Yeah, for example, now today I'm wearing a shirt of Third Machine, a band from the Netherlands, where I contributed with some grunts, and they made an amazing album. So I would suggest to everybody to check out this band.
Okay, Third Machine.
Sometimes I wear a band shirt yet,
Cool.
and
And
I wear our own merchandise, our cycling kit. So we have some cycling pants and shirt, and these ones I wear quite often because I'm a passionate cyclist.
cool. I didn't know that. That's a cool thing. I mean,
Yeah,
you probably have a lot of fans who are also athletes and metal fans, so that's
more
really cool. That's
than
practical.
many people would think. Yeah, because some people say, "Ah, metal guys they don't like cycling," but there's quite some who do actually like cycling, and we have even our own Epica cycling team. So
Cool. I have to check that out. That's
yeah,
really
there's
nice.
a Facebook page, the Epica cycling team, so you can find it quite easily.
I will. I will. I do some spinning myself. It's inside, but still
Nice.
counts, right?
Yeah, spinning I do also in winter when it's raining and terrible weather. Then I
Yeah.
like spinning. Yes.
Yeah, I know about that. Um, the intro of the album is very very film soundtrack like, and it reminded me even a little bit of Star Wars. Are you a fan of Star Wars?
Not the movies itself, but the soundtracks. I'm definitely a big fan of John Williams. Yeah.
And do you watch series at all? Movies?
Game of Thrones, like everybody else, basically.
That one also has a killer soundtrack.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And besides Game of Thrones, I must admit I have almost no time to watch movies because there's so much going on in my life that
Yeah,
I wish I would have some more time sometimes to relax and just watch a movie. But
for sure.
uh, that's the first thing that I cut my time off for watching movies. Just for Game of Thrones, I always make an exception whenever there's new series out, and I watch it right away. But all the rest, I have too little time for that.
Of course, and talking about everything you have going on, now that the Epica record is almost out, are you already planning on getting back on the Mayan Horse?
The Mayan Horse, yeah. We did a couple of shows, and we recently, and also there's two festivals coming up for us. And in the meantime, quite some guys like Chuck Frank and the new guy George, they start already writing some new music. I didn't participate that much yet because I was too busy with Epica. But I think after the in October there will be more free time for me, and then I can jump on the Mayan horse again.
Great, we'll be looking forward to that. Also, congratulations on the second edition of Epic Metal Fest. And this time it's in Brazil too. That's
Yeah,
huge.
definitely. Yeah, we were thinking how can we make Epic Metal Fest grow, and then somebody suggested to do an international version, and then was the question where to do it. And as we did already the Heaven and Hell Festival in Mexico, Mexico was not an option, and Brazil is always also a great country for us to play. So that's why the choice was made to do a version in Brazil as well.
That's really cool. I bet a lot of South American fans are very, very happy about that.
Yeah, they're looking very much forward to it, and we have already sold quite some tickets, so it's going to be a nice atmosphere there. Yeah.
I bet. That's amazing. Congratulations on all of that. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys live very soon. And thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you want to say?
I just want to say that I'm really eager for the release, and I hope as many as possible people will be happy with our art that we've created, because that's after all the biggest pleasure for us, what we can get when we get comments from people that they really love it. And so I really cannot wait for that. We put all our passion in it, and now it's time to let it go.
Yeah, well said. Thank you so much.